Hello, my wonderful Leos. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. Okay, so we have mental conflict. So like Two of Swords energy. Okay. It seems to me, Leo, that, this could be an individual who is really, well, obviously feeling mentally conflicted, but what I'm getting specifically is the reason why there's some sort of mental conflict present is an energy here feels like they are still holding on to a level of anger. There's something in this situation that does not make them feel grounded. So it's causing them to either feel frustrated, angry, but then there could also be an energy of, I need to get over this. And there's also a lot of confusion, right? Like, not being able to see either the future or where this connection is headed in the future. But the main thing I'm getting is this person could definitely be holding on to some sort of anger. It could be your energy that I'm picking up on, but I'm basically getting, an energy here that feels conflicted because there is something that they're still very frustrated about. There is something that is causing them to feel like they don't, there's a lack of stability, or they just don't feel grounded in this situation here. And then there's a question of, am I seeing things clearly? Is this the reality of the situation, or is it all in my mind? And so it's really causing this back and forth energy mentally. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Magician. It's interesting because this could definitely be a new beginning, maybe even new love for some of you. So, is it that you're maybe, connecting with someone here, but you're still feeling conflicted about a past situation? Or it could be you're connecting with someone, but you're having a hard time trusting the situation. Either way, Ace of Pentacles and the Magician is someone who is essentially manifesting a new beginning with you. Or, like I said, it could be new love. Ace of Pentacles is considered like that, first or initial building block when you're focused on growing something larger. So let's start off by seeing how you're being viewed this week. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. This person's waiting on something from you. That's how they're viewing you. They're either viewing you as they're waiting for like your response, or they're waiting for a sign from you, or they could view you as also being very analytical, waiting for something to happen in this situation, or waiting for some sort of clarity. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is an energy of analyzing, whether it's, your efforts, your, where you have been putting your energy. It's pretty much analyzing a situation and saying, okay, these are the things that are working and these are the things that are not. And so this is where there is room for improvement. This is what I need to continue doing. This is what I need to do differently. So they may, they are actually viewing you as looking at the situation and seeing maybe what needs to improve. And there's something here they feel like you're not quite satisfied with. So I'm not sure if you communicated this specifically to this individual, or it's just an assumption that they're making, but they do feel like you're not really satisfied when it comes to this situation. There's something here that just makes you feel like we're not all the way there, or we're not quite there yet. Okay. So this is definitely someone that you're communicating with. Eight of Wands, Six of Swords. One second, guys. Okay, so Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, in the challenge position. I don't really see this as a challenge. I kind of see it as someone that you're connecting with. Okay, so you guys are speaking to each other this week, and Six of Swords is an energy of, let's eat. You guys could be making some sort of travel plans, or one person here could be trying to move closer to the other. Or the Eight of Wands and Six of Swords is like, let's speak to each other and actually make peace with the situation or get to a space where we're on the same page, right? Six of Swords could be just about making peace with the situation. And the Eight of Wands is communication. So you guys could definitely be having a conversation where it's like, okay, well, these are my worries. Maybe you're expressing something you're worried about or something that's causing you to feel uneasy. And so is this person. And you guys are able to, come to some sort of a mutual agreement here, is what this person is hoping for when they are communicating with you. Okay. Now, there's something where this person feels like they are communicating with you, but there's something they need to leave mentally as well. Okay, this could be something of, the past when it comes to the past between the both of you. This could be something of the past when it comes to their personal life, but there is something that they're really desperately trying to move away from mentally. They're like, I don't want to think about it. I don't, want to, speak about it. I just want to move away from it. So it's like a thought that is reoccurring in their mind, and they're like, this is not something that I want to, think about or speak about, like I mentioned. The way that you're viewing them, the Wheel of Fortune, you may be dealing with another fixed sign, okay? So another Leo like yourself, Aquarius, Scorpio, or a Taurus. But the way that you're viewing them or the situation is you're wanting some sort of a change, but you also feel like this change is taking place in a very slow manner. And hear me out, there's something about like a very, either you feel like the energy has been stagnant or fixed for a very long time, or you feel like, yes, I sense, or I'm small changes made by this person or in this connection are visible to me, but you still feel like it is taking a while to get to where you want it to be. And I think that's why you're not really satisfied in the current moment, right? It's not saying you'll never be satisfied, right, Leo? But it is saying that you're kind of questioning things this week. You're also viewing the situation as you're very, very much ready for a change here. Okay. But the Wheel of Fortune also touches on kind of like being at a fork in the road where you're like, okay, I have a big decision to make, right? And again, I did say they could be viewing you as like waiting on you, right? So they may feel like the ball is in your court. For example, just a generic one. If this person, was curious as to whether you wanted to build with them or not, maybe you said you needed more time to think about it. And so with the Wheel of Fortune, not only are you in between worlds, you're like, okay, is this worth my investment? There's really no way of sugarcoating the Seven of Pentacles. It's quite literally looking at a situation and saying, is this worth my time and energy? It's not about, am I going to benefit from it? It could just be, is my energy going to be reciprocated? Is this something that truly makes me happy? Right? So it's a very clear cut energy of looking at a situation for what it is and saying, do I want to move forward or do I want to draw my energy back? And so, as much as you are wanting a change here, I do feel like you have some sort of an important decision to make this week. Or, like I said, you're in between worlds. You're like, which way do I go? Which direction do I choose? Exactly what I said, because the lovers is in your feelings, which is a choice about, a union. You may feel like this person is very connected to you, right? You may feel very attracted to them. You may even view them as some sort of a soulmate. And keep in mind, guys, soulmates don't always have to be romantic. It could be someone that you feel like is very close to you. You guys may have started off as best friends, and now you see that the emotions are developing into something more. The way that the emotions could have developed could obviously vary. It is a general read, but the lover speaks about acknowledging your emotions towards someone, but kind of asking yourself, is it worth it? This is a really big choice for you, Leo. I feel like you connecting with this person or choosing to commit to this situation could somehow affect other areas of your life. Doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but for example, it may be a long distance union where if you were choosing to connect with this person, you would have to move closer to them. So what I'm saying is, as you are trying to make a choice about this person and this connection, you have to take other things, or sorry, other areas of your life into consideration as well. And I think that's what's kind of causing you to feel stumped, or it's causing you to say, okay, you know what? I need to consider a couple other things. I can't just say yes and just, fly off into the sunset with this person. So you are trying to be realistic, even though you feel very heavily connected to this person here. The Two of Wands. I also wanted to mention, guys, with the lovers, that could also be divine, right? Intervening into this connection here. There is an energy of divine trying to bring the both of you together. And we have the Two of Wands here. So there's either some sort of distance, or like you would have to move closer to this person, or something would have to change in your personal life in order for you to be in a commitment with them. The other thing I see with the Two of Wands is, there could have been some sort of like an ongoing waiting game, or even if you guys were speaking to each other and connecting with each other, maybe you feel like the plans weren't necessarily able to get off the ground here. But there is something about the both of you being brought together, but it's still going to result in you having to make some sort of a choice, right? um, Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay. Seems to me that you're heavily focused on your career, or, you're very focused on your business or something you do for work here. Okay. It seems to be working pretty well for you. And with the Queen of Wands, it's something that really makes you feel confident. It's something you enjoy doing. You could even be receiving a lot of attention this week as well. Now, Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Lovers. Some of you, this is very specific, but you're like at a very pivotal point in your career. Okay, so you're at a very pivotal point in your career, and you feel like you're working towards what you want. You may not be exactly where you want, in the current moment, because the Eight of Pentacles is kind of like chipping away at something daily, knowing that, okay, I'm going to get to where I want to be, even if I don't see the results in the now, right? So there's something you're very disciplined, or you're very disciplined when it comes to this craft, or it could be your place of work, but you're at this pivotal point in your career, and you're connecting with this person. So do some of you feel like connecting with this person would somehow get in the way of your career, or do you feel like it would somehow kind of affect your progress, or affect your focus that you have on yourself right now? Because you're coming through in a very independent energy. You're coming through in a very, I'm focused on my stability. I have a very, some of you actually have a very fixed schedule. Um, excuse me. And, there really is a question of, am I ready for a connection? Should I be, investing in a connection, or should I be just, shifting the focus to myself? So really, it's a question for many of you. It could be a question of, am I focused on my stability, my own stability and my career, or am I ready to invest in a connection here? And that could be a really big decision for you to make. Okay. Some of you may need to relocate to, be in this connection here, but you're not willing to leave your place of work behind, or maybe your business, is resides in like your hometown. Something of that sort is coming through very strongly. So we have the King of Swords clarifying the Eight of Wands, and we have the Devil and the Six of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with the Capricorn. Now, with the Lovers and the Devil, guys, like in the same spread, it's definitely a connection that you can't deny. Right. There may even be something that feels very tempting here, because your person here is viewing you as someone that they want to communicate with. They do want to speak their truth with the King of Swords. Okay. But with the Devil and the Six of Swords, there's, like I said, they're trying to move away from something else. So you may be aware of this. This could be a bad habit, a behavioral trait, another situation, a thinking pattern. What I was initially getting was that this person is trying to move away from maybe like a negative thinking pattern, or a specific thought that they keep revisiting, but they don't want to, visit that any longer. And this could have somehow impacted the connection with you, in the past. So on your end, it's like, okay, being with you is going to be a large decision, and then once I make that choice, there's no turning around. So when we have the Devil and the King of Swords in the middle of the spread there, your person is in the process of moving away from something, but maybe you want more clarity, or you want something to be finalized before you decide to, dive into a situation entirely and say, okay, yeah, I'm completely invested here. I also see it as like this person, not only do they feel very connected to you, there's like this urgency that they feel, and things are moving very quickly. So, this may be a week where you're like, hold on, I need some time to focus on myself, or I'm not ready to just jump into anything as of yet. And as much as I see the Devil here, it's clarifying the Six of Swords, which means this person's moving away from something that is no longer serving them, and they're going to be speaking their truth here. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords in their feelings, and we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah. someone who feels very stuck in like on you or in this connection because they want more. 10 of Cups could also be an energy of someone who not only wants a commitment, they're acknowledging that you feel like home to them. They're acknowledging or they feel like you and them are destined to be. But it could be, again, mental conflict, and we have the Eight of Swords in their feelings. So someone who's going back and forth in their mind about, okay, well, Leo makes me happy. I want a connection. But Devil and the Eight of Swords could be when you mentally feel stuck, or you're quite literally, there's some sort of restrictions in your physical environment. Because what I see is two people that feel very connected to each other, but also feeling restricted in a way or wishing that some sort of block would be removed. And so that way the situation could feel less complex. We have the Emperor in their feelings, and we have the Page of Cups. I see this person, again, moving away from something that doesn't serve them. I see them showing up as actually taking accountability for something. So if in the past they weren't able to commit to you, they're owning up to that. If in the past they weren't able to move closer to you or relocate, they're, giving you clarity on that. And Page of Cups is this person being optimistic and saying, well, I'm just going to tell Leo how I feel. I'm going to offer Leo my cup of love, and we'll see where this goes. They're trying to remain very emotionally balanced, and this person is going through a lot more mental conflict and hurt than they show. And it could quite literally be someone who has gone through a separation, or if they just completely had to cut ties elsewhere and it's somehow affecting them, or it has affected them for quite some time. They're not really showing what's stressing them out. Their demeanor or on the outside, they are just showing you that they care for you and they want more with you. So we have the Five of Pentacles followed by the Five of Wands in the potential outcome. What's the Five of Pentacles? Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, the Hanged Man. Okay, so yeah, I definitely see clarity. I see, like, again, you could be connecting with this person as you're watching my read, but Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords is someone breaking the silence here, right? So maybe for some of you, that's what's happening this week, or it already has, but I see you gaining the clarity. Now, the Ace of Swords, there's two meanings to it, right? But what I'm getting at here, guys, is there may be something this person needs to completely leave behind or sacrifice in order to be in a connection with you. I don't mean sacrifice in like a dramatic way, guys. With the Five of Wands being the next card, it could be that this person's social circle is, not the best for them, or it could be, a family member or a friend that's kind of derailing them, or impacting them in a negative way. Because the Five of Wands is something in this person's external environment, even though it has nothing to do with you, it somehow impacts their ability to be with you. That's how I'm seeing it. And so, as much as there's some sort of truth here, it's going to come down to this person having to, completely leave a situation behind in order to turn over a new leaf with you. And it's also going to take like a brand new perspective. This person may be older than you, but if it's not anything to do with age, it's something about the way that they were brought up or something that they're very used to, right? If it's like a friend circle, or if it's something that was deeply embedded in them since they were a child, it's obviously not going to be easy to move away from that kind of mindset or let go of a pattern that you have been, kind of immune to for such a long time. But what I see is there is potential for you guys to not only gain clarity but turn over a new leaf, but it is going to require this person to, leave something behind. The Hanged Man and the Five of Wands and the potential outcome could also be your person having some sort of an awakening where it's like, okay, this is what's affecting the connection. This is no longer making me happy. I need to leave this behind. I can't run from this. Okay. But with the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands, I definitely see communication and clarity. I just feel like this is a week where you don't trust the situation entirely, and it's because your person is still in the process of leaving behind what doesn't serve them. And in the potential outcome, there's something about, like, for example, if this person is acknowledging what they need to leave behind, but they're not really doing anything about it, in the potential outcome, what I see is an energy of you can't run from this anymore. It's right in front of you. You have to make this decision, or there's going to be some sort of divine intervention here. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.